of the smoke and the flames now, and the flame is crashing to the ground, not quite to the mooring mast. All the humanity and all the passengers screaming around it. I told you, I can't talk to people. There's pressure on there.
Up, we're masking. The dating pool, it has piss in it. Everybody knows. So I knew I wanted to go to South America anyway. The effort that goes into finding a woman of value outside the country is a lot less than finding a woman of value in the country. The stuff that we learn here and do to each other in America, they don't even know what that is over there. It's kind of like going back in time to like the 50s where things weren't so jacked up, where masculine and feminine could just be masculine and feminine.
Okay, it's a first, dude. And even bisexual girls are leaving the U.S. Why did you
spend time in America trying to date and stuff like that? It's like the dating pool, it has piss in it. Everybody knows. So I knew I wanted to go travel to South America.
Building each other up, then tearing each other down. We could all learn from each other. Talking down on women from third world countries is not gonna get you a man.
from third world countries because they don't know no better, right? They
don't know no better. Ma'am, if you have nothing going for yourself and can't keep a man, just say that. There's no need to put somebody else down to make yourself look better. It's not working. It makes you look worse. Now you just seem bitter, jealous, and ignorant. Listen, while you speak one language, maybe 1.5, most of those women speak 2+ fluently. My mom is from Uganda, and she speaks 7 languages. While you're over here burning frozen pizza, most of those women know how to make a fresh, delicious meal from scratch. Y'all want to make fun of the foreign ladies with a little nail salon or their taco shops. But where's your drive to start a business? Her man is ugly. But she's happy while you're over here fighting with your third baby daddy. So stop that nonsense. Maybe if women were more focused on building and tearing each other down, we could all learn from each other. Down on women from third world countries is not gonna get you a man.
Got him. We fucking got him.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Woman on TikTok. Not only is she calling it the Great Divorce, she's excited. Her and the women who congregate on TikTok. If you guys don't know, that's like headquarters for divorced women who give each other tips, are unhappy in relationships and marriage. TikTok is where they meet to discuss on how they'll continue to break apart families. Don't believe me? Check it out for yourself. Let's get it.
Here are my predictions for the future of cishet relationships. History will look back on this period of time from probably
There we go. There we go. I hope everyone can hear me now. Like I said, we're having a little technical difficulties, but I appreciate Sean Jarrett giving me the heads up, letting me know what's going on. Anyway, like I said, this is your boy Say One History. You are watching The Male's Perspective. I want to talk to you today, if you didn't hear me before, about some of the things that I actually see in my personal life, when I'm traveling overseas, when I'm actually conversating with different women. It's interesting nonetheless, and I've been watching this on YouTube for a while now. It's actually called Coffee Pot by Chisha Zed. So let's play this one. I found it interesting. I hope you do too. I think you will. But let's get it, you guys. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed. Not only is she calling it the Great Divorce, she's happy about it and excited. Her and the women who congregate on TikTok. If you guys don't know, that's like headquarters for divorced women who give each other tips and encourage each other to initiate divorce and are unhappy in relationships and marriage. TikTok is where they meet to discuss.
Where they meet to discuss what? Discuss
for yourself. Let's get
the drama.
For the future of cishet relationships over the next 20 years. History will look back 2020 to 2025, but maybe even to 2030, and they're going to something like that. Maybe the relationship realignment, but the Great Divorce is catchier. We're not only going to see a spike in divorces, but we're going to see an unparalleled drop in marriages, particularly remarriages, which are going to fall off a cliff deeper than the Grand Canyon. Right now, so women are starting this game of chicken, so to speak.
I want to pause that there a little bit. You know, I'm going to go in my personal life, but I'm going to ask you guys. In here. If you've been married before, would you do it again? And if you have not been married, would you get married in this climate here in America? Let me know. What do you think? Sean, I want to hear particularly from you. Would you get married in this climate? Let me know. Mic check. There we go. Go ahead and continue playing this.
As women are just now contending with their unhappiness.
We got a lag, y'all. We got a lag, but that's okay. I'm gonna make this stuff work.
Their unhappiness within heterosexual.
Yeah. I won't do it either in this country. And you know what? People, you know, I usually stay to myself. So I'm going to go ahead and say this for people that don't know. If I do get married, because I do believe in the sanctity of marriage, I do want to be connected with another half. I do crave, cherish, want, need that love from one person. Anybody that knows me, yeah, I can play the field, do my little thing or whatever when I was younger. But at the same time, I've always been a guy who wanted to be with one woman. Always, from the very start, I've always wanted to be with one woman. And the thing about that is as the years have went by, I'm a millennial. So that's, anyway, as the years went by, we have come to understand that the dating market, the values, the loyalty, the respect, everything has changed. So you can't go by what you used to know. You have to learn a whole new dating perspective. And one lesson or one rule in this game is protect yourself at all times, because one person can say one thing and then do another thing. And, it is what it is. I mean, if we look at the statistics, just the hard data, it says that women divorce their men 75% more. Women do the divorcing 75%. And when it comes up and they ask them why they got divorced, it normally says something to the effect financial reasons or, unreconcilable differences. And, you know, it's just, you end up walking away with the kids. It's a situation where, you know, you're getting alimony taken from you, you're getting child support taken from you, the whole nine. It's just not worth it. And I can tell you this, if you are a man looking and still want that nourishment from one woman, and you don't want to be playing the field for the rest of your life, you might want to look at some of these other countries. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not sitting here telling you guys that if you go to another country, it's going to be all milk and honey. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that when you look at the pool, the dating pool itself, as far as America, if you have 75% shit versus 25%, you know, quality, it's going to be extremely hard for you to find that quality 25% versus if you go to these other countries, the DR, the Philippines, Malaysia, places like Ghana, things like that. Your pool is going to open. It's either going to be a 50-50 or it's going to be a situation where it's like 40-60, something like that. And all I'm saying is you just have more opportunity to find, rest in peace to the great Kevin Samuels, fit, feminine, and friendly. It just is what it is. I'm not going to front. I found mine. I'm going to go ahead and read some of these comments here. Let me go ahead and just read this one. It says, thing is, it took me 7 years to marry to my ex-wife. How long should I wait to get to know the next person? You know what? I'm going to tell you something personally here that I just actually realized. And it made me freak the hell out. It really made me have an epiphany in my mind. So, Sean, if you're listening, I really want you to hear this one. I don't think anybody has heard me say this. I was always a person that believed if you wanted to figure out if somebody was really in love with you, really down with you, really going to stay with you, really be committed to you, you needed anywhere from 5 to 7 years. Now, I truly believe that. And I, as of today, I think that's ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous to say you want to wait 5 to 7 years to really get to know someone. But if you are in America, it kind of really is that. Now, let me say this. Men don't experience women. It just is what it is. I'm not trying to be mean to women out there, but men don't experience this. Men don't experience women that they don't get red flag signals from in America. Meaning that if you really like a woman and you're chatting with her and you're chopping it up, you're doing whatever, there are little things that this woman will say or little things that she will do that will pop a red flag up in the back of a man's head. And he will say, we rocking, we cool, we doing our own thing, but let me not fall too deep in this because I've already gotten some red flags and I don't know exactly who this person is yet. So at this point, we get into a relationship, becomes a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and we're still wondering why we keep getting these red flags, why we keep getting these additional flags. And we're like, oh, it'll be cool and it'll be cool. But as the years go by, you get more and more flags. And you're like, okay, man, I need to really watch myself with this person. And then it comes to a head. And you subconsciously start pulling back a little bit from the woman because she's giving you all these red flags. And then the woman starts to notices it. And then it becomes an issue where you guys ultimately end up separating, which is probably for the best. But you don't have that experience when you travel outside of the country. Women will take notice to you. massage your back, your feet, if you just work out like me and you want to hit a treadmill like for a good hour, or if you want to go to the gym, women from other countries will be happy to rub your back, happy to lay down with you, happy to cook for you, happy to clean for you, because they know you would do the same thing in return. Yeah, man. And it'd be like that. So Sean says sometimes you don't notice the red flags until it's done. But you know what? It'd be like that sometime. It really do. I've been in situations where I ignored the red flags. I ignored those situations where I said, it's not going to be no big deal. I've already been through a serious relationship like this twice now. Let me go ahead and just ignore them and let's see what happens. But no, man, we can't ignore those red flags. As much as we want to be in love and be with a woman here like that, it's just too dangerous. The courts are on their side. Did you know when a man actually pays money through the child support system, not only does the funds go to the woman, but they also go to the pensions of the government? The government, particularly, I believe, within your city. So why would they want to be fair in regards to child support finances? Why would they want to be fair to fathers? Because in the end, if that were to happen, it would be a situation where one, men and women would have to find some kind of resolution between their differences to better themselves for the child and their future. So divorces would go down. That would mean that there wouldn't be any initial child support because divorces are not happening as often. And on top of that, all the stuff going on with the courts, sending men to jail, taking their licenses and stuff like that. It's so funny to me because some of the men that I know actually are on child support, even though they take care of their kids. I mean, literally, the kid is with them almost 100% of the time, but they're still taking money from the father. That is very, very interesting to me. And then also they do things where they take your driver's license, but it just so happens that your job requires you to have a license. So, I don't know. It's just like, you can't win. You can't win in this day and age when it comes to America. But I tell you one thing you can do. I really tell you one thing that you can do. You can actually talk with your passport. You really can, you guys. And I would recommend that to anyone who is paying attention, anyone out there who is wondering what they can do. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to take some time if you decide to do that, but I promise you will be a better person for it. And that whole, 5 to 7 years to get to know somebody, man, when the right person comes in your life, you'd be like, I gotta swoop this person up immediately. I gotta do this immediately. I can't waste my time because they've already proven to me what some woman over here couldn't do in 5 to 7 years. So if I can get that quick of a response from my initial trauma protection guard telling me that, oh, it's cool, you can go ahead and drop your guard. They've shown me everything I need to know about their character and what their plans are for you in the future. If that can happen to a person like me who's on guard, I can definitely tell you that it can happen for you too. So with that being said, I want to go into another video, but before I do, I want to read these comments here. Yeah, all states are different when it comes to child support. Some are even worse. I know California is one of the worst. I'll tell you guys a little story about me that you may not know before we actually jump into this next clip, and I'll use this time while I'm actually setting it up. So anyway, I was dating this girl at one point. You know, we did our thing or not, and she ended up giving me a call literally maybe like, I want to say this was like 2 years later, about 2 years later. Yeah. And actually before she did, telling me that I was going to have to pay child support for a child that I had no clue. So I immediately know who they're talking about. I go ahead and get in contact with the person, which that was extremely hard to do just in itself. But I got in contact with her, and it come to find out that she did have a baby. So I'm upset. Hold on. She did have a baby. Yeah. She did have a baby. And this was one of those women that you wouldn't want to be in a situation like that with. Let's just go ahead and say that. Definitely an alert. So anyway, we get to court. We keep doing this rigmarole where she's coming in, and you know the judge is telling her, we have to get a DNA test. We have to get a DNA test. We have to do this. We have to do that. She kept dragging her feet, until the judge actually, I forgot what they did. They mandated or whatever, or they could get it through the records of the child's birth and look at the blood type there. So just so you men know, you don't even have to get them to do the paternity test. They can actually, the judge can get that information from the records of the birth. But anyway, so we do that to find out it was not mine. It was not mine. Hold on. Yeah. And she actually ended up having to pay that money back. And I don't think she would even had to pay it back. But I think that she pissed this judge off so much that he made it a point to let her know he wasn't playing with her.
She belongs to the streets.
So yeah, definitely stop messing with that person. And that put me in a situation where I'm really going to have to start vetting these women. But with that being said, we got one lined up for you. We're going to check this one out here. This one I thought was interesting. Let's go ahead and line this up and we will get to it, you guys. Let's get to it. Got to turn this volume on. We'll start from the beginning.
If you make fun of my hair, you're anti-black. Anyways, I was seeing this little video that's been going around on TikTok about passport bros. You can sense some type of control within yourself. That's because you have no masculine energy in you. I mean, who can you blame? Some men prefer a woman to have nothing so he can provide everything to hold that over a woman's head. And what easy way to do that is...
I gotta address this. I gotta address a few things here. So let's start from the closest one to the ending. She said that's why men actually want to date a woman that is non-black. And it's not because we are not masculine. It is not because we are more feminine. It's because we recognize that some of these women within our community are masculine, and we are not willing to deal with it. It's interesting how the shame and come out in different ways from various people. Yeah, she had said that men want to control these women. No, we don't. I don't. I would think something was wrong if my woman let me control her. I would not feel right. But we do want cooperation. We do want respect. And that's something that we unfortunately recognize that a lot of women can't give these days. So, being said, I'm going to go check out. I'm going to bed. And to be honest with you guys, I'm going to make some updates here because I know there was a lot of freezing when it actually comes to the videos. So probably going to work on that a little bit more, but I'm going to keep coming at you guys with this content. It's going to get better as we go on. We have no choice but to get better. I think it's just the Wi-Fi, probably connection, but we will make it happen, you guys. We will do that. With that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again for watching The Male's Perspective, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.